Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for joining us for another episode of Nightcap. We are so sorry about this game tonight, but hey, you know what? We're here. 149 to 106. OKC dropped 45 in the first quarter, 42 in the second quarter, 87 points, the most points scored in a half of a playoff game, and then they dropped another 37 for good measure in the third quarter, and we knew it was over. Well, we knew it was over in the first quarter, but we had to watch anyway. But we thank you for joining us for Nightcap. I am your favorite uncle, Shannon Sharpe, my partner and co-host, the Liberty City legend, the Bingo Ring of Fame honoree, the Pro Bowler, Pepe, that's Ochocinco Johnson, and all the way from Arkansas, Little Rock, Arkansas, that is, from the University of Arkansas, ISO Joe Johnson. Joe, thank you for joining us to talk all things basketball. Please make sure you hit the subscribe button. Please make sure you hit that like button and go subscribe to the Nightcap podcast feed wherever you get your podcast from. Thank you. It's nights like this that we really appreciate you, because the game was a blowout, and here you are tuning in to hear us talk about this ball game. We can't thank you enough for your support and your continued support. All things Shay Media, Nightcap, Club Shay Laportier, and Merch 84. Check out Shay by Laportier, premium VSOP, the best premium VSOP on the market. Thank you guys for the support so far. We greatly appreciate that. Now, if you cannot find Shea by Laportier in a city or a state near you, order it online. We'll ship it directly to your door. Please drink responsibly and stay safe. Go follow my media company page on all of its platforms, Shay Media, and my clothing company, 84 with 84 being spelled out. That link is pinned in the chat. Supplies are limited, and once they're gone, they're gone. So please grab yours while supplies last. Tickets for our Not Safe for Work tour are on sale. 8 stops goes as follows. Followed Baltimore, Philly, Charlotte, LA, Miami, New York, Chicago. We close things out in Detroit. Tickets can be found at shayshaymedia.com/tour. shayshaymedia.com/tour. Get your tickets now and come out and check your boy Ocho and Unk out. Before we get into this exciting game, the Thunder pummeled the whoo. It's been a while. You know what? I remember, Joe, I don't know if you remember this, Ocho. In game 4 in 2017, I think that was the first year KD was in Golden State. In game 4, Cleveland dropped 86 in the first half against Golden State. And it kind of reminded me of this situation like this. Most points in the first half of a playoff game in NBA history. I thought they had an outside chance to break the Celtics record, because if I'm not mistaken, I think in a game 2, the Celtics scored 157 against the Knicks. Now, they weren't the same Celtics that was winning championships in the 80s, but they were still a good team. They had started to age, but they did a number on the Knicks. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was sensational, and he showed you why he's going to win the MVP. 33 points in 30 minutes, 8 assists, 11 of 13. He was perfect from the field, free throw line, 11 of 11. I don't know if I've ever seen a stat like this, Joe.
Nah.
Plus 51 and plus minus. Plus 51, plus minus. Chet Holmgren, plus 34. Jalen Williams, plus 23. Isaiah Hartenstein, plus 19. Shea, plus 51. Lou Dort, plus 34. They had 8 guys in double figures. Everybody, if you touched the floor for the OKC Thunder, you scored in this basketball game. As a matter of fact, hell, I wish I was in attendance. They might, I don't want to buy some Jordan. They might have put me in the
Yeah, they
SGA is the first, check this out, Joe, the highest plus minus in playoff history since the play-by-play era. SGA is the first player this century to be plus 50 in a playoff game, and he did it in 3 quarters. Joe, I mean, we got to talk about it, but it damn sure ain't much to talk about. I mean, look, this is how you make amends. You don't dilly-dally around. You let one slip away the other night. You had the game in control, and you bull-jived around, and you let them get you missed 2 free throws at the end. Braun rebounds the ball, passes out to Russ. Russ gets it ahead to Aaron Gordon. He knocks down a 3, and you lose a game. They didn't dwell on it. All they did was come out here and drop 149 and say, you know what? That was an aberration. You're going to need to be on your best behavior if you want to get rid of us. When you watch this team play tonight, what impressed you most about the Thunder?
Man, just how poised and resilient they were to start the game. They came out with that desperation that you need. You know what I mean? Like we know we squandered one in game one, but we can't let this one game two get by. So I felt they came out, man, with so much energy. And they just fed off it. Now, Shea 11 for 13. I thought he kind of got off to a great start. He got off to a great start, putting pressure on the defense, getting into the teeth of the defense, not only getting his own, but making plays for others. And the one thing I love about OKC, man, not only did they control pretty much the whole game, but man, they so unselfish and play for one another. They look like they have so much
Yes,
fun. You know what I mean?
31
Oh man,
assists.
they was moving that ball, but they know when it's time to get it to their money. They get it to their money, which is Shea. And I love how he get to his spots, Uncle Ocho. He get to his
Yeah.
spots and he raise up and shoot. Ain't nothing you can do about it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So
Nope.
tonight, collectively, from a team standpoint, they always hitting on all cylinders. Everybody was shooting pretty much, in the high 50s or, from the field. I thought they done a great job tonight. Just really bouncing back, knowing that they had to win this game too, about to get ready to go on the road to Denver. Like this was a pivotal win for them.
Um, Nikola Jokic had his worst night, minus 36 plus minus, lowest plus minus for his career. He had 6 fouls, 6 turnovers. He had 6 buckets. I agree with you. I thought everybody came out with a sense of urgency, with a purpose. They are very unselfish. They only had 9 turnovers, but they turned the Nuggets over 20 times. And when you turn a team over that many times, you're going to get some easy buckets. You get easy buckets, and all of a sudden you got the crowd into the game, and they didn't stop. They got so many easy shots. You look at Shea with 11 of 13, Hartenstein 6 of 7, Jalen Williams 6 of 11, 1 of 2, 1 of 1, you got the role players coming in, but for the most part, at one point in time, they were shooting 59, 60% from the floor. You let a team shoot 60% from the floor. You let a team shoot over 40% from the three, and you let a team shoot over 90% from the free throw line. This is what you're going to get, Ocho. It's kind of like you got a guy throws for 300, he got a 200-yard rusher and 2 receivers over 100 yards. Well, they're going to have 40 plus points on you. Ocho, you look at the Nuggets, 106 points, considering how well they played to come back and win that game. What was most disappointing about what you saw from the Nuggets?
Obviously, they allowed SGA to set the tone. The entire team. There was really nothing they could do. There was really nothing. Jokic obviously had a bad night. Jokic had a bad night. Porter didn't do much. Aaron Gordon didn't do much.
Porter hadn't done much this series, but go ahead.
He hasn't. But I think it's not what the Nuggets didn't do, but it's what SGA is what OKC did. They came out on fire, boy. They came out on fire, and they understood, you know what? There was no reason we were supposed to let that first game. Y'all weren't supposed to win the first game. Yeah. So we're going to come in here. We ain't finna play around. We ain't finna bull drive around. We finna set the tone earlier, and everything start and stops with SGA. Man, he set the tone right away. He was 11 for 11 from the line. Then 11 for 13 in field goals. Then he was efficient all night. Then you got the bench. The goddamn bench going crazy, Joe.
Yeah.
Them boys coming in, they scoring. So, I don't think there was anything that Nunn could have done to win this game tonight. Absolutely not.
I agree with you. I think the thing is that he's the head of the snake, and so when he goes, all of a sudden he see a couple of shots go in. Everybody saw a couple of shots go in. Chet got off to a really great start. He atoned for those 2 missed free throws. I'm sure he'd like to have those back, but unfortunately you don't get those back. He was perfect from the free throw line. They were 33 or 36. So even though they shot 36 threes, 36 free throw attempts tell me they were still extremely aggressive, though. Because when you shoot that many threes, that's telling me you are extremely aggressive. Even though you still got 30-plus three-point shots up, you got 36 attempts from the free throw line. So I'm not settling. Hint, hint, Boston, we're going to get to you in just a second. They're putting pressure on the defense. Hey, you're going to have to continuously slide. And guess what? On the glass. They were on the glass tonight. They get second chance. They were diving on the floor. They were getting loose balls. They were not going to let this game slip by them tonight. And they won the ball game. I thought they were going to win by 50, have another 50-point win, because if I'm not mistaken, they beat Memphis, I think, the first game by 50-plus. And looked like they were about to have another one. But when you score 40, 45, 42, 37, that game is over. By the time your starter's going to be setting up, it's going to be chilling. Because, SGA played 30 minutes. Nobody else played more than 30 minutes. SGA played the most. Holmgren played 26. Jalen Williams played 26. Hartenstein played 22. Lou Dort played 27. And then you got your role players playing 12. The most, Isaiah Joe, he played 17. He had 14 points. But that's good. The next game is what, Saturday? I think the next game is Saturday. So now you get a head start on rest. You get recovery. The guys probably had ice on their knees and their ankles to start. And now you get 2 days off. So they're going to Oh, the game is Friday? Okay. Well, hell, this was an easy game for them. This was the easy lift. This was like a shoot around.
OKC, this is good for them, though. A good confidence booster, getting ready to go on the road, playing in Denver. It's going to be a tough atmosphere, Denver's going to play a lot better at home. Porter, hopefully he plays better. Him and Gordon play.
I'm not so sure I wouldn't start Russ. I mean, I've seen it. I mean, at some point in time, I got to get more out of him, Joe. I mean, I'm getting 0 points. I'm getting 2 points in the first half. That's not enough.
Don't you think it's better to have Russ coming off the bench to give you that energy, to give you that spark?
Yeah, I know you're giving that energy, but he's giving you energy. You're so far in the hole.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because you spotted him. I mean, you had a 2-0 lead, and the next thing you know, you're down. It's 20-4. And the next thing you know, it's 36 to 12.
I don't think they're gonna do that though, Uncle Ocho. I think they're gonna keep Westbrook coming off the bench because of his spark, his emotional leadership that he brings. Right. They need that. They don't need him in their starting lineup. I'm sorry, I don't want to see him in the starting lineup. I want to see him continue to come off the bench. But I think if you Denver, man, you gotta kind of just ball this one up and throw it out the window, bro. You gotta throw it out the window.
Ain't nothing to watch on this.
You can't even watch film on this, man. We down 50. I mean, there's no pluses that you could take away from it. You just gotta be happy with the fact that you went to OKC, you won the first game, you got the game. To me, it kind of looked like they just kind of, they were kind of.
It looked like they were satisfied with that
exactly
one.
What I was going to say. It looked like they were kind of satisfied a little bit as I'm watching, because they ain't had that bite back or that sense of urgency that you need to compete on the road. And I'm like, man, being down 50 on the road, that's crazy. In the playoffs, like I've never seen nothing like that.
Yeah.
Like OKC was ready for this moment.
Hey, I know and Joe, I know it's really early, but did the Thunder officially announce themselves as a legit finals threat? Or do you still think Denver's gonna come out with the series?
Oh, they've been did that. I mean, you don't win as many games as they won and not be a serious contender. I know everybody said they're young. They're still the youngest team in the NBA. But if you look at this, Ocho, they've beaten a lot of teams like this in the regular season.
This is 7-game series, though. It's different. It's the playoffs. It's 7-game series. Can they continuously do this throughout the series, though? The way they play tonight.
No, nobody can do that. There's a reason why. Think about what they did. Think about what you just said. Can they continuously do this? But can they continuously? They won 67 games for a reason. They beat the best teams in the NBA, and they beat them decisively. If you look at their plus margin of victory, it's been sensational. It's been one of the best in NBA history. So absolutely, they've been announced themselves, because if you think about it, last year they kind of underperformed because Luka and Kyrie did a number on them. They were really young. They're still the youngest team in the NBA, but they're absolutely. You know what you're going to get. They got those two bigs, and they got the MVP. Now Jalen Williams had his best game. But if you think about it, he still didn't shoot. He wasn't that efficient. He's better than he's an all-star. He's better than what he's been showing in the postseason. So what happens when he gets it going? This was Shai's best game. Now Shai has played some games, but he was shooting 41% coming into this game. Well, 42%, 41.7. So now this is more like the Shai we're used to seeing. A guy that can give you 30 on 50+% shooting. That's what we're used to seeing. Them playing like that, no. Do I think they're going to get to 149? Probably not. But do I think they can play it even if you don't score 149, you can still play well and not get 149. You can play well and get 120 or 125, 130. But think about it, Ocho. That's the most points in NBA history in a half.
So
the NBA been going on for 77, damn near 80 years.
So the Nuggets team, they don't have nothing to be worried about. Nuggets fans, is just a bad game, or should they be worried?
They should be worried. The Thunder was the number 1 seed for a reason. They're not a fluke. They're not. This has been building. And it goes, last year where they probably was a year early. They've arrived. They've arrived. They
I think
believe.
they definitely have arrived, but they've been tested because now they got to go on the road to play against a tough Denver team, and they have to win in Denver.
They got to win one to get their home
they got to
court
win
back.
one to get their home court back. So, look, I think coming into this series with OKC being off for such time, and Denver, going through that grueling 7-game series with the Clippers, they came in with a little momentum. And I just think they kind of hit OKC in the mouth and it shocked them. Now, I think they, took a step back, but today they took a step forward as far as, regaining their confidence, coming out playing OKC basketball, playing that pressed up, dogged up defense from start to finish. I mean, this was an awesome game by OKC, and it's just, momentum going into game 3 in Denver.
The Knicks stormed back to beat the Celtics. The Knicks are going home with a 2-0 lead in the number 2 seed Boston Celtics. 20-point comeback, consecutive days. This is the first time this has happened in the playoffs since the tracking started in 1998. Jalen Brunson, again, 9 points, 3 of 6, 2 of 2 from the free throw line.
17 points.
Oh, these are fourth quarter stats. The Knicks have scored 226 points in the fourth quarter of this postseason. This is the most by any team. There's a reason why Jalen Brunson won the Clutch Award. He's that. But I thought the guy that really saved them was Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges had no points, and in the fourth quarter, he goes and gets 14. And the Celtics not going to learn. You keep saying that they won a championship. At some point in time, they're going to realize, you see what happens when them threes don't fall, Ocho? You get a 20-point lead, and you keep shooting threes. And the next thing you know, it's a 12-point lead, it's an 8-point lead, and now all of a sudden they got a 1-point lead or 3-point lead on you.
I got a question, Joe.
What's up?
Listen, if you live and die by the 3, at what point do you make adjustments? Isn't that on the head coach? If you know you have a team, you have players that can play, you have offensive plays that you can run, and you steadily just chucking up threes and they not going in, at what point do you call a timeout and change something up?
Ocho, that ain't got nothing to do with Joe Mazzulla. That ain't got nothing to do with the coach. I put the onus and blame on Tatum and Brown. Because they are the most talented duo that we have in the NBA right now.
Right.
I think nobody can guard them two.
Right.
It took them halfway through the first quarter before Jaylen Brown decided to go mid post, and he got an and one from the mid post. He went up, shot the ball, got an and one. Come right back down. He in the mid post again. He scored another bucket. Well, that kind of got him going. Then next thing you know, he in his bag to start off. He got off. I think he got off to a great start. He was ready.
Right.
But man, it's like.
And then what happened, Joe?
Jacking up threes. It's like they start jacking up all these threes. I'm like, bro, y'all got to keep going to the wheel. Keep getting water from there, man. Like, keep milking that, because even though New York got some wings that can guard, I just don't think. I think Tatum and Brown got another level they can go to, and I think they just letting them dudes off the hook, man, going with them step back jump shots. Them dudes shooting 10, 11, 12, 15 threes a game. Okay, Ocho, we're in the playoffs, man. Like, I expect, the best, the cream to rise to the top as far as talent-wise, and I look forward to Tatum and Brown, man, starting to get to that cup, bro. Like, you can't keep selling for all these threes. The midi, I always talk about the mid-range game, but it's always open because they got a lot in their bag. And what we got to do is give New York a lot of credit, though. Give New York a lot of credit for them guys sitting down, switching on defense, and just playing man-to-man, good one-on-one, man-to-man defense, and making them dudes take tough shots.
That when you look at it, Mikal Bridges in game 2 in the fourth quarter, he was sensational. 14 points. All of his points came in the fourth quarter. He had 7 rebounds, 5 assists, and 2 steals. But like you said, Jayson Tatum, 5 of 20 from the field. Jaylen Brown, 8 of 23 from the field. 2 of 7 from the 3, 1 of 5. Al Horford has been bad. The first 2 games, Al Horford has been bad. And you see, this is the cat I've been asking for. What did he do, Ocho? He took his big butt down to the post and gave it to Al. He wasn't settling for no threes. He shouldn't settle for the 3. He attempted 1 3 tonight. One.
He was aggressive.
This is Cat. Karl Anthony Towns like to shoot threes. Cat like to get his big butt down to the block and punish folks. They got nobody can guard him. Don't let him off the hook.
Yeah, I agree.
Hey,
say uncle.
Hey, Cat controlled the interior man against the Celtics all game long. He out rebounded the Knicks. I mean, hold on. He out rebounded the Knicks. I mean the Knicks. He out rebounded the Celtics damn near all by himself.
Yeah.
He had 21 points,
is,
17.
They selling.
I still don't understand, Joe. And Unc, I don't understand. Unc, when we play two halves, right? And we go into halftime, the first thing we do, if something's not working, what we normally do, we scrap it. We go to something else. So y'all two sitting here telling me this is the way they play, and they gonna live and die by the three. Well, some got to change because this is looking. Y'all told me, both of y'all told me that the Celtics was gonna win this series, and the way it's looking right now, it's about to be a gentleman's sweep the other goddamn way.
Ocho, hold up. Now we do have to pause a little bit because this series ain't over, bro. Boston.
I know. But down two, that makes it that much more difficult.
Yeah, but they the best road team in the NBA. For whatever reason, they've been the best road team in the NBA, and they play well on the road. Whether it's just because it's just them players in their locker room, I don't know what it is, but they squandered away 2 games. So I look for a sense of desperation coming from the Celtics when they go to New York. Now, New York gonna be live. Them people gonna be in there ready, man. They're gonna be in there ready.
Yeah. Man, Spike Lee gonna be out of the damn fool.
Man, it's gonna be pandemonium.
He looking to do the right thing.
Hey, you know what?
He gonna be crookly. He's school days. However you want to say it. Spike gonna be on.
Hey, Joe. I'm glad you just said that. You said the Celtics now would be in an act of desperation. So, what's the first thing when a team that is desperate? What's the first thing they gonna do? Go to what they know how to do best, right? And how has that worked the past 2 games?
I got them.
Joe, you said it. Joe, they were doing good too, Joe. They were driving the ball, getting the ball to the paint, and then all of a sudden, I mean, they got like 3 offensive rebounds. 3 miss, 3 miss, 3, and they're talking about.
Yeah, man, I'm talking about it. It's like in the second half, I could kind of feel it, like just dwindling away. It's like I don't know, man. New York, in the fourth quarter, especially, they just went into another gear. And the only thing New York want to do, they just want to hang around. Okay, Ocho, they hang around.
That's it.
They want to be. They just going to have a fighting chance with the last 5 minutes of the game. And it's like from the Detroit series now to this series against Boston. Yeah, they have kept themselves alive, man. They've been down 20 points in both games on the road, and you come back, and in the fourth quarter, under 5 minutes, you have a fighting chance. And every time they've came through in clutch moments, they made big plays defensively. Give Mikal Bridges his props because
Josh Hart too.
Yeah, give Josh Hart his credit too. But I'm just speaking from Mikal making these huge plays at the end of game 1 and at the end of game 2. Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know. I got to
see what happens. Ocho, they had gotten so far out of rhythm. See, the thing is, when you take so many threes, you've forgotten how to run set plays. Because all you doing is used to jacking up threes. You put the high pick, and guess what? Launch a 3. They get the switch, launch a 3. Launch a 3. So now, in the last final 2 minutes of the game, when you need something going to the basket, it's hard to get some. Now, they had a great play with Jayson Tatum. They got the high pick, and he split it, and he dunked the ball. They tried to run that same play, but OG did a great job of sinking and wouldn't let it, so they had it leveled off, and they pushed him to the corner. And so he got there, and there's Mitchell Robinson, and there's Mikal Bridges. So they had him hemmed up, and he really couldn't go anywhere, so he's looking to pass the ball. Mikal Bridges deflected, he got it, and threw it ahead. But that's what happens when you're used to jacking up 3. It's like a football game. When all you're doing is used to Atlanta, all they were used to doing was throwing the ball. Now, all of a sudden, Ocho, you need to run the ball to take some time off the clock. We ain't got no running plays, Ocho.
New England game.
Yes. So, because guess what? In the second half, you ran the ball less than New England, and they were the one that was down 28-3. So how is that possible? You got fewer rush attempts, and you up by 25 than the team that's down by 25. Make it make sense. And you see what happens? Think about how they got the lead. Got a 20-point lead. They running the ball, lay up. Holiday doing what he's doing. Because they're trying to pick Holiday off of Brunson. They want him anybody else. They try to get the matchup with. They're gonna get the matchup with Pritchard. If he's in there, they want that matchup. If they got Al Horford, hey Al, you busy? Come here, let me holler at you right quick. So and you see Brunson, he has it. He got that hezzy. He up fake him. You jump, he going around you. Now, if you sit hand down, Mark Jackson. If your hand down, man down.
Yeah.
And he's pulling. So I look, at some point in time, it looks good, Ocho. They took, and you're not Golden State. Jayson Tatum and Jalen Brown, you're not Golden State. You're not Stephen Clay. You're never going to be known as the greatest shooting backcourt in NBA history. It's not going to happen.
Hey.
So I don't care. I don't care if you shoot 1,000 threes, each of you. Well, I mean, you shoot 1,000. Derek White shoot 1,000. That's 3,000 threes between those three players. Nobody is ever going to confuse you three guys with Stephen Clay. It's not going to happen.
Listen. We got to give New York credit though, Uncle Ocho. You know, see the thing that's keeping Al and they bigs, you know, limited is because when they run the pick and roll, they not doubling the ball, they not doing none of it. They switching and they making Jalen Brown and Jayson Tatum go into their bag. And you're gonna have to show us something to where if you can score 30 or 40 one-on-one, okay, cool, we're gonna deal with that. Right. But the thing is, Boston has had a hard time. Jalen Brown and Jayson Tatum has had a tough time against Mikal Bridges, OG, Josh Hart. OG. You know, even Cat done sat down and guarded Tatum and Brown on multiple occasions. So, you know, those dudes are there for the fight, man. They ain't playing. They come to win. And they've shown it in both games. Just such a gritty, tough team, bro. They've been like that the whole year. And when you watch these dudes play, you look at their starting five and all the minutes that they packing in, I'm like,
they lost 43 from Mikal Bridges had 43 tonight. OG had 38. Towns had 35. Brunson had 38. Josh Hart had 43.
Yeah,
but maybe it's just me. But Jalen Brown got the loosest handles I've seen about an NBA star player. A guy that's good, his handles shouldn't be that loose, Joe. They shouldn't be.
He had 6 turnovers a day.
Yeah, I mean, I'm talking about his handles. I mean, and it plagued him. You remember when they lost to Golden State? It was his handles. He kept getting the ball swiped. He couldn't score consistent. And Jayson Tatum was even worse than Jalen Brown, if you can believe that. But they fixed it. They righted it wrong. They ended up winning a championship. But they better get in there. The worst thing you can do is give a guy confidence. A guy knock you down in the fight, he might not. Oh, he a heavy underdog. That's and the longer you leave a guy around, Ocho, the more he think he can beat you. That's what happened with Buster Douglas. See, all of a sudden, Mike Tyson didn't get him out there in the first 3. And now we in deep water. Well, I don't know how well you can swim. I know in the kiddie pool, you can stand your ass up and the water's only waist deep. I got your ass right here. Your feet can't touch the bottom.
Hey, listen, New York don't plan on coming back to Boston, guys. They don't plan. They don't plan on it.
It's not. Listen, it's not looking good. I don't know how many Celtics fans we have in the chat that are watching. I would like to know in the chat if you feel like the Celtics have an opportunity or a chance to come back. Please let me know. Please let me know, because based on what I've seen the past 2 games and the little bit of knowledge I know from watching the games the past 2-3 years, it's not looking good. Chan, I know you're mad, you're upset. Knicks in 5.
Hey, think about it. The Celtics shot 15 free throws. Now they've missed 75 threes in 2 games.
Damn.
75. They shot 25%. They shot 25% tonight. Ash, what did they shoot the other night on Monday? They was 15 or 60.
Hey, listen.
But they not gonna look like that the rest of the series, though. They're gonna have a game where Derek White is on, with Jalen Brown.
Yeah, you said they were gonna look like this. You said they were gonna look like this in game
2 games at home.
Who says that?
I said that.
They shot 20. Guess what? They shot 25% the first game.
Yeah, I think the Knicks. The Knicks making an emphasis. You know, I know the Celtics missed a few wide opens, but I think the Knicks making an emphasis not to give up wide open. You know, too many wide open.
Right, they contested everything.
Yeah. And they making it tough, man. They making them dudes work. Not on both ends of the floor. And I'm not sure if it's taking their legs, but Boston do look a little hobbled. They got a guys out there. Tatum don't look like he moving that great. Holiday don't look like he moving that great, but
Well, Holiday's just coming off that hamstring, so I expect him to be. And you know they're making him work. I mean, the guard Brunson. I mean, he's taking all he got because Brunson. They running him off picks and they keep picking him and doing all those things. They're gonna make you go side to side. Cat, this is what I'm talking about. Cat, 1 3-point attempt. He punished Al on the block. Yeah. They ended up having to put Jalen Brown on him, but Jalen too small. Jalen too small. Jayson Tatum too small. They ain't got nobody that can deal with Cat. If Cat make up in his mind, and this is what we've been asking Cat to do. See, this is what we asked Cat to do against Dallas last year. But no, he wanted to shoot threes. And the game that he went down on the block, they ended up winning, Ocho. But then guess what? Next game he come back out there.
Porzingis, they can't make the adjustment. And Porzingis at the 5, or he too light, right?
He needs some cinder blocks in his back pocket.
You got to have somebody with some size and some length in order to deal with Cat, or you're gonna get the same goddamn results.
Hey, look here. You not catching no tuna on no cane pole. so cane pole is for brim. Cane pole is for small catfish.
Listen to what you just said, Joe. You're not even the coach for the Celtics. Matter of fact, hold on. You're not even the coach for the Knicks, but you just said what to do to win this series. Do the same thing. They didn't got nobody to deal with Cat. No, hell, go back to old school ball. Go back to old school. Had the point guard, have Brunson bring it up, and had goddamn Cat ass in that goddamn post, or instead of the top of the key.
I think Coach Tibbs, he like getting Cat on the move, on the go. Like, I don't think he really want him in like standstill. You know what I mean? Like just dumping it down there to him.
Right.
I know they will do it, especially in the fourth quarter. They done it quite a bit, you know, going down the stretch. But to start the game off, they try to get him moving more pick and roll, pick and pop, you know, things of that sort. But it's kind of Boston taking that pick and pop away a little bit too, because they switch everything as well on defense. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah,
they do. And they got lead defense. You know, Al normally a better defender than that, but Derrick White can defend. Holiday and Derrick White both was all on the all-defensive team. We saw Jalen Brown do a great job on Luka last year in the playoffs. Al Horford is normally a better defender than what he's been showing these first two games. I think he'll pick that up. But the thing is that, you know, like you said, we got to give the Knicks some credit. The Knicks are executing their offense, especially when the rubber needs to meet the road. Look, I don't want to hear how good your offense is or your defense is if you can't get done what you need to get done when you absolutely got to have it. We talk about this all the time, Joe, in football, Ocho and I said, yeah, man, they got the best offense in football, but they couldn't stay on the field on third down. They couldn't get a first down. They couldn't get the ball in field goal range. Well, that don't tell me how good you are. Okay, my defense, they're giving up 10 points a game. Well, why you let them go right down the field and score a touchdown and win the game? Right. So it doesn't matter what your statistics say. It only matters, can you get done what you need to get done when you absolutely have to have it. And right now, when the Knicks need to get it, I don't know what they are offensively in the regular season. I don't know what they are defensively in the regular season. But I know this, when they need to get stops, they get them. I know when they need to get buckets, they get it. It's really that simple. Yeah. I mean, we can make sports as complicated as we want to. We could talk about the one, you know, we could do one flat, you know, one floor, and we could do the pick and pop, and we can do all this. We can do floppy, we can do pin downs, and we can do flares. Call it whatever you want. Can you put the ball in the bucket when you need to? Can you stop them from putting the ball in the bucket when they need to? And right now, one team can put the ball in the bucket when they need to and stop the team from putting it in the bucket when they need to, and the other team can't. It's really that simple.
I want to play devil's advocate real quick.
Go ahead.
So think about this. Now, I'm assuming at some point that the Celtics are going to play well, right? Derrick White going to be on. Jalen Brown going to be on. Tatum going to show up and do what he's used to doing, right? But what happens if they go and the Knicks win game 3? What happens? Just so happen they steal a game.
They ain't winning 4 straight.
So you see,
because Ocho, you said what happens when the Celtics play well? What happens when the Knicks play well? The Knicks shot 43%. They shot 29% from the 3. We make it seem like they playing well. They're not.
But I'm just saying. That's why I said let's play devil advocate. Game 3. What happens if they steal game 3 too?
Who? New York?
Yeah.
I mean, they Boston back against the wall. They can't. Man, listen. They got to do whatever they can game 3 to go into Madison Square and win that game, bro. I don't care how. I don't care. You can win ugly, you can win pretty, but you
gotta
cannot
win.
go in there, Ocho. They cannot go in there in game 3 and come out of there and down 0-3, bro. Nah, they can't.
Yeah, I don't see a scenario where they win in 4 straight.
You don't see a scenario where
if they go down 0-3, I don't see a scenario where Boston win 4 straight.
See, I told you I knew I should have bet y'all. I knew I should have bet because some just told me everybody, every analyst, every pundit, the basketball experts, everybody had the Celtics winning, and the Knicks are proving everybody wrong. Well, they proving all y'all wrong, and I don't know. I know what I'm seeing. I know what I'm seeing, and I just don't. For the life of me, I don't understand. Okay, the threes aren't working. Run some goddamn plays. What the F are we doing? Not we, excuse me, my bad. But what are they doing? It's
kind of Ocho in the football term when you throwing the ball and run it, bro. It's like Kansas City. We saw that in the Super Bowl. You like, hey man, you got to take some pressure off Patrick Mahomes, but they really ain't run the ball all year. Their offensive line has been bad, and so now you get a Pacheco who's just coming back off injury. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, they had released him because he had some things going on, dealing with some things. They had they signed some running, but I forget who they signed, and they had the guy from Cincinnati. What's the guy
with the big beard?
What's the guy?
I forgot his name. I forgot his last name.
I forget him. He caught the play in the championship game against Buffalo to run the timeout. But when you're not used to doing something, Ocho, it's hard to go. You're used to throwing the ball. Boston used to shooting the 3, so it's hard to tell them, okay, guys, let's just run some sets now. Well, we've been jacking up threes all year.
They can't run sets though because New York is switching everything. Like they may switch and you may catch Brunson guarding Al Horford. You know what I mean? You want to try to take advantage of that.
Right.
But outside of that, you just hope that Tatum or Brown just take the initiative, bro. Catch it at the elbow, catch it at the high post or whatever, to where they probably ain't even got to take a dribble to even get a shot off. But you need them dudes more aggressive, more active, probably even less pick and rolls, and they got to try to get to the basket, man. If not, settle for some of them mid-range shots versus just selling for 15 threes a night, a piece. You can't have that.
Yeah. They need to play better. Cat versus Boston, he had 21 points, 17 rebounds. He's the first Nick to reach those numbers in a playoff game since Carmelo did it in 2011. Jayson Tatum in game 2, he was 13 points, 14 rebounds, shot 5 of 20 from the field. Is it time to talk about Jayson Tatum? Because he has not shot the ball well. See, we go back and look at those 35. Oh, he had 3 straight games of 35 points, 30 plus more points against Orlando. But look at the shooting percentage. Look how many shots it took him to get that. He's shooting 40% from the floor. Yeah, it's time. It is time to have a serious conversation about Jayson Tatum, because everybody still want to harp on what happened in France. That happened. We can't go back. We won the gold medal. Yeah, I'm sure everybody would have loved to play 17 to 20 minutes, but that wasn't going to be the case. It's never been the case, just like on the original Dream Team in 96 and 2000, the Redeem Team, or whatever the case may be. Everybody over there is deserving. And he got guys on his teammates, Holiday playing it. I don't care about that. That's over. We got the gold medal. Let's talk about him now in the playoffs and those shooting percentage. They beat an Orlando team that they should have beat. Now, he struggled shooting the basketball in these playoffs. And he's struggling shooting it again. And it's time to have a conversation. It ain't about no hate. We're going to take the face of the NBA off the table. Ain't got nothing to do with it right now. Let's talk about him and his play currently.
He's not the face. We know who the face of the NBA is.
No, I'm saying
the conversation in general
for the time being said.
No,
I think he still has a chance to, come out and redeem himself in this series. Like I said, the series ain't over. I think they're a great, road team, and the testament of a true champion is how you bounce back in defeat.
Right.
I think
correct.
If obviously we know they got championship pedigree, they won last year. This is probably going to be the hardest task that they're going to have to deal with going into New York trying to win game 3. That's all they need to be about at this point.
Yeah.
Don't even worry about game 4. We just need to do whatever we can to get game 3. And that's their biggest challenge at this point.
Get some confidence. They need
Man.
confidence. Because right now, I don't care what they're saying. Now, they're going to say all the right thing, Ocho. Yeah. It's kind of like you in the corner, and that guy done beat hell out you for 6 rounds. You right there, champ. He fading. No, he not, coach. Somebody here helping him. Because, hey, somebody helping him because I'm looking for the right. He killing me with that lead left.
It's only one way for him to get confidence, right? Your shots got to fall. In order for Jayson Tatum to get in rhythm, he got to keep shooting. Even if I'm sure, obviously it depends. I don't know how his mental is. Some players are mentally strong. They could be happy. They could be in a slump. They don't care. They're gonna keep pulling the trigger. Unless if he have a mental block, but this series might be over. Especially if they come to the Garden and they win Game 3. Man, please.
Now, I got Boston showing some grit. I got them showing they.
Hold on, Joe. Hold on now.
Come on, go ahead.
When is Game 3, Unc?
Saturday, shit.
Saturday.
So Joe, you got Boston winning Game 3 Saturday?
Yeah, I got Boston winning Game 3.
Are you sure about that? You want to put a change on that?
Man, you so flicker, bro. I'm scared to even bet with you. I ain't gonna lie to you, Ocho.
Nah, we gonna make it light. We gonna make it light.
How much you gonna bet him, Ocho? How much you gonna bet him?
A light $100.
Nah, okay, all right, Ocho.
Yeah, little hundred. Ain't nothing. That ain't nothing.
Hey, this is how you know Jayson Tatum not being aggressive. He shot 2 free throws. Jalen Brown shot 4 free throws. Those are your 2 best players, and they shot a combined 6 free throws between the 2 of them.
It's hard to get. It's hard to get to the hole. It's hard to get to the paint. It's hard to even get in there. Put the ball on the floor. You got people playing good defense.
It's hard to shoot free throws when you're shooting threes. Ocho, I ain't fouling no jump shooter. Hell, I'm gonna let you shoot it.
Right.
Hey, look.
If you want to stand up there and chunk it, if you want to stand out there and chunk it in the ocean, go right ahead. You ain't doing no damage.
Hey, listen, that's why I say we got to give New York credit, man. It ain't that easy. Like them dudes sitting down, they playing, they guarding second, third move. You know what I mean? Like they ain't just giving them dudes no layups. I just think Tatum and Brown are so talented. They talented enough to be able to impose their will as far as scoring the basketball. Like nobody should be able to stop them two. They too gifted, bro. They got too many tools in their toolbox, and they just using this one wrench. Man, you gotta bring something else up out that toolbox, bro.
But Joe, when you have success doing something, it's hard for you. If Kareem would have his, think about it. If somebody could take away that sky hook, what is Kareem gonna go to? He's had success with the sky hook so much, that's all he knows. Because they've shot the ball so well from 3. They've made the 3. When they lose a game and they shot 33s, I tell them, well, the problem is we should have shot 40. We should have shot 50. So that's ingrained in their mind. So now, let's not go to the basket. Let's not try to get fouled. Let's not try to do that. Let's just stand back here and jack 3s. Eventually, they're going to go in. They might, but they might not go in this series.
When they are deadly when they're attacking the basket. Like I say, early in the game, man, when they was getting to the cup, making plays, getting offense, getting second chance offensive points, things of that sort. Because see, when you attack the basket, even if you don't miss, you give yourself a chance to get a putback or something. But man, when you just out there shooting them long 3s, man, and they bouncing off, they fast breaking it the other way. You know what I mean? It's a momentum buster, and that's what them 3s do. That's what them 3s are doing, man. They leading to mismatches on the other end.
Hey, I'm not Cleo. I'm not Cleo. I'm not really one that's able to tell the future. I think the final gonna be Knicks and Wolves.
You think
Knicks and who?
Wolves. I know y'all probably don't like the one.
They ain't far-fetched, Ocho.
Yeah, the final gonna be the Knicks and Wolves.
I don't know if the Wolves can beat the Thunder.
I'm telling you, Unc.
Boy, listen.
Yeah,
because here's the thing: if the Wolves play their best and the Thunder play their best, who you taking, Joe?
I'm probably taking OKC.
Well, hold on.
That's the thing.
Y'all told me it was gonna be a gentleman sweep in this series, and they down 2-0. So, I mean, I'm.
But that ain't OKC.
Hey, Ocho.
I think if you'd have said, I think you said the Knicks. Hey, we're gonna talk about them in a minute, but don't you sleep on Indiana now, because Indiana gonna push the pace, make a miss. They get it out the basket or they get it out the rim, but they pushing tempo. They're gonna make you. They're going to make you. They're gonna make you defend quick. They cutting their backs. They doing an unbelievable job. Jayson Tatum in the first half, 1 for 7, 2 points. Jalen Brown in the second half, 1 for 7, 3 points, 4 turnovers. Now your two best players, that's what they gave you.
Yeah, they need way more contribution from them too. Like I say, man, I just think they have to assert themselves into the game. You know, not waiting for these 3-point opportunities or these switches and mismatches. Man, sometimes you got to go take it, bro. You got to initiate yourself, whether it's crashing the glass, getting easy layups, backdooring, setting picks, things of that sort. Because they too talented, Uncle Ocho. They too talented. And like I said, they a proven champion. They won it last year. This is just a test and a stepping stone into their legacy as far as how they want to be remembered.
Right.
As far as if they're trying to repeat, obviously they know they got to dig themselves out this deep hole, which I think they can do.
Mm-hmm.
The thing I like to tell people all the time, Joe, I say there have been plenty of teams that's won 1 in a row.
Right.
To be special, go repeat. Football, basketball, baseball, hockey, it doesn't matter. Repeat. Yeah. There have been a lot of teams that won 1 in a row.
You got to be locked in, bro.
There's a reason why you have so few repeat champions. Go look at the sports. Now, way back when, used to get it a lot. I think the Islanders, back in the late 70s, 80s, they won 4 straight Stanley Cups. Basketball, think about it. You get the 3-peat Lakers, you get the 3-peat Celtics, did it twice. Nobody else 3-peated. Now the Celtics ran off 8 straight. But the great Spurs team, they never 3-peated. That big 3 Celtics, they never 3-peated. As a matter of fact, the Celtics and Spurs never won back-to-back. It's hard to do. To keep that focus year after year after year. It's special. It's hard. You damn right it's hard. Because everybody's gunning for you. One slip up. Now, I think it's easier to repeat in series sports than in football. Because see, in football, every playoff game is a game 7.
You don't have to be the best team. You just have to be the best team that day.
That's it. See, normally the time the best team will normally in a series, it's hard to hit 4 good game buzzer beaters.
Right.
Hey, all I got to do, Ocho, I force a fumble. Hey, kick the walk-off game-winning field goal. That's it. Damn, my season's over.
Yeah, I agree.
But I know them 2 big guns, they better start firing.
Yeah.
Tatum and Brown, they better start playing.
Hey, listen, all they got to do is stop shooting threes. Hey, Joe, you just said it. They got a bag, huh? They got tools in the box. Get to your spot. Get to the hole.
Look.
Use your midi. Put the ball on the floor. Create space. Call for the ISO. Do something.
Or just watch the film of the 2 games. It's been a tale of 2 halves, man. Like you've been up 20 in both games.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And in the third quarter, not the first half, because the first half, you kind of throw that away, Joe, because with that 3 ball, anything can happen. But you've been up by 20 in the second half. Midway through the third quarter, and they walk you down.
Yeah, the past 2 games. I don't know how you let that happen, man, especially after the first one. You think you'll be prepared, but they look shell-shocked down the stretch, man. They look like they didn't know what to do or how to do it or get to their spots. Like, it was a lot of indecisiveness that I wasn't used to seeing from the Celtics. So I expect them to watch the film and then get back to the drawing board as far as, game 3, Uncle Ocho. I expect them to be a totally different team, meaning I'm not saying Tatum and Brown probably won't shoot threes. They're going to shoot threes, but I expect for them to be attacking, getting to that basket, putting the onus on the referees to make plays, call fouls.
All season fans have asked, what did the Knicks get for the 5 first-round picks? They got Mikal Bridges. Because think about it. They gave up all those picks for him, and I'm like, damn, you give up those kind of picks for a guy like a Luka, like a KD, like a Shai, a Giannis, a Yoke, a Mikal Bridges. I had the game-winning steal, and then he had the game-winning deflection. So I guess that's what you got.
This is why you go get Mikal Bridges, OG, because you want them guys to pair and be able to guard and guard Tatum and Brown and take them to the brink. which they've done these past 2 games. Getting those 2 guys and Josh Hart, you know, they all take turns. By committee, defensively, they doing a pretty good job, man. And they've left themselves in a chance to where, you know, lay down the stretch where they're able to win games. Like when it doesn't even look that pretty, like they haven't even played a great brand of basketball, by the way. You know what I mean? They still win these ugly games on the road. So it says a lot about the New York Knicks and Coach Tom Thibodeau, you know, and the schemes that he's been able to, you know, oppose on the Celtics within these first couple games.
Hey,
but that's a Tibbs. I mean, you go back and look at when he coached the Bulls. They won ugly games. They're not a team that's going to, you know, aesthetically everything is flowing and looks smooth and everything. It looks chaotic. But they find a way to win. They play tough, gritty basketball. And you're absolutely right. We need wing players. This is why they got Mikal Bridges. We need somebody that can guard Tatum and Brown. OG can guard, and he got a big body. You can't run through it. Mikal Bridges is long and lanky, got great wingspan. Hey, he can deflect a lot of passes. He can contest a lot of shots. Now, and they still have Princess Achua. They still got Josh Hart. So like you said, at most times, they got 3 guys that can defend at a very, very high level.
Yes.
Hey.
And now you got Brunson. You got a guy like Brunson who's clutch. Last 5 minutes of the ball game within 5 points. Hey, I'm putting the ball in his hand. It's hard to find somebody better than Josh Hart, than Brunson.
It is.
Big.
In a clutch situation.
Brunson.
He's shown and proven, you know, over the years, man, late in games, he can get to the cups. He gonna get you a foul or a bucket every time.
One of the
no ifs, ands.
It's something about them lefties though, Joe. Why the mofos so crafty? James Harden is like that. He's like that. All them left-handed, man, that Manu Ginobili, all that herky-jerky ass
Jalen
motion.
Brown left-handed?
Nah.
Who?
No? Oh, you right-handed?
He should never put the ball in his left hand. No, absolutely not. He should not
I
dribble
agree, though. Them lefties, I told you, it seems like they got an advantage from the jump. I don't know what it is, but he is so crafty, and he turned into the biggest 5-man I ever seen in life when he get in the paint. And he go to pivoting and pump faking and jump hooking. I'm like, man. But he has been their heart and soul, bro. They team, you know, for the past couple years, and he will not let them lose.
Nope. Antman effort was called out by his head coach last night. Speaking to reporters following the defeat, Chris Finch said it starts with Ant. I thought he struggled, and you can just kind of see the light go out a little bit for a while, but then Finch expanded on his thoughts, adding, what is there to talk about? You're the leader of the team. You got to come in and set the tone. If your shot's not going in, you still have to carry that energy. If I've got to talk about guys having the right energy coming in to open the second round, we're not on the same page.
I like that.
Antman responded saying, people are going to try to blame whatever, blame whoever. They can blame me, but we just didn't play good enough.
I like that. And
no, you.
Ant is one of the few.
You the table setter, Ant.
Yeah.
Like, Ocho.
I like that.
You got to set the table. You got to come. I mean, what was he like? 0 for at one point in time, Antman was like 0 for 9.
Mm-hmm.
He can't be that way.
Nah, because hey, look, he called out, he said he wanted to smoke.
You want
the
that.
Warriors out. He said he wanted to play against the Warriors because Draymond talk trash. Well, you know what you're gonna get. You gotta step to the table, you gotta come out with that sense of urgency, bro. Let them dudes know that you here. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta come out, force if you have to force it to start out, but you gotta put your mark and stamp on the game. And I just thought it took him too long to kind of get going. And hey, man, Golden State tough, bro. They remind me a little bit of the Knicks as far as defensively, how they switch, keep guys in front, and make you take tough shots. I know they're a little small down there, but listen, Draymond and them dudes down there, Butler, they fighting, bro. They fighting, and
they even got Buddy Hill thinking he can play defense.
Man, Buddy feeling good since they game 7, ain't it? Listen, hey.
They got Buddy. Hey, Buddy sitting in the chair. Like, what you
whatever it takes.
You know that ain't your game.
You know that stuff rub off, man. When you got them hard working type of dude, stuff rub off.
It absolutely
rub off on you in a way you probably didn't even know that you could do. But I'm worried about the Warriors because of Steph. Even if he do come back, Uncle Ocho, with a hamstring injury, y'all know it takes time to. That thing gonna linger for a minute.
Listen, and I told
with all the running.
Mm-hmm. Hey,
Go
Unc, I
ahead with all
told
the
you.
running he
Because
does.
his game, that's what his game is predicated
Yeah.
on.
Hey,
Yeah.
Unc, you see how I told you exactly what it was? I told you it was a grade 1. It was a grade 1. Actually, and I said he gonna miss. He might miss a week, maybe 2. He gonna miss this one. But I think Ant, and especially with Coach saying, every coach can't come out and talk about your player like that. Every coach can't come out and say something like that because some of them don't respond to criticism that way very well. Ant is the perfect example of a player that can take that.
Yeah.
Not only can he take that, watch how he answer to it. Watch how he answers to it. He gonna answer.
Well, he better answer. He
Oh
better answer. Go down
He
0-2 if you
gonna
want
answer
to.
to it now. He listen. The cream always rise to the top, always, and that's a way. That's a way for a coach to say something and get his player not only motivated, not that he needs it, but just to keep just a reminder.
Yeah.
Now everything stops with you.
Yeah.
You said you want that smoke. This comes with it.
This attention.
Include me being able to chastise you publicly to let you know, come on now, we got to have it.
Well, normally, Ocho, the coach wouldn't call out the best player. He would call out Bobby Mitchell used to say, Paul Brown used to get on him to get Jim's attention. So you got to do a better job of holding on to the ball. Well, Coach, I didn't fumble, Jim did. But he called him out, but he's talking to Jim because he couldn't talk to Jim. He couldn't say what he wanted to say to Jim. But that's how Mike was with me. Mike was like, you got to do a better job at this. I wasn't the one that missed the block. I get it. Where he calling out Shannon, if he go call out Shannon, I get it. Okay, I eat it. That's on me. That's on me. But your best player, when you ask for something, what your grandma tell you, Ocho? Don't ask for something you ain't gonna be. Hey, boy, I done spent all my money for that toy. You better play with that toy forever.
And don't ask for nothing else.
Right. Thank you. Don't you ask me as long as you.
Yeah.
Damn. You know I'm only 6. Right? Ocho, don't ask me nothing for as long as you live.
Hey, Unc. When it comes to professional athletes, you understand how sensitive players are in this era. But Antman is one of the few, and it's only a handful where your coach can come out and say the things he say because he knows. I know my player. I know how he is. I know how he's going to respond to this. He's not going to shut down. Most players, they shut down, They shut down when they hear something like that.
They absolutely know.
Nah, I
mean, look. Joe, you know this. I mean, and I tell people don't want to hear. I say the greater the player, the bigger the ego. Listen to me. The greater the player, the greater the ego. And you have to walk that balance. And, the way you talk to somebody else, I mean, you could talk. No, you ain't talking to Jordan like you talking to the 12th guy on the field. No, you're not cursing at him. You're not raising your voice at him. You're like, come on, Mike, come on now. We got to have that play. That's what you're telling him. But you telling BJ, damn BJ, come on, bro.
Right. I totally.
But I think, go ahead. But that's the really great coaches. They really understand what to say and who to say it to and how to say it. Because you can't coach you treat them all fair. Coach Davis, my coach in college, he used to tell us all the time, I'm gonna treat y'all all fair, but I ain't gonna treat y'all the same.
Right. Hey, look, I piggyback what Ocho said. I think he's right. I think Ant is the kind of guy that coach knew that he can kind of call out and say something to, like, hey, you didn't ask for this smoke. Let's step up. Let's step up to the challenge. Like, we're here now. And I look forward to him having a much, much better game, too. Obviously, I picked Timberwolves in this series, and I still think they got a chance, man. Obviously, they got some work to do ahead of them, but I think they still got a great chance.
Yeah. I think the thing is, like, when Ant gets it going, not everybody else can relax and they stop making shots. Where Ant's struggling, like, damn.
They dialed in on him, man. They ain't giving he got loose in that second half, but for the most part, man, Jimmy Butler, Draymond, all them dudes, bro, they sitting down, making it tough.
Yeah, GB.
Yeah. He picking him. Hey, look, he got that extended pressure on him. He picking him up full. And, hey, look, like I always say, you want to just try to wear a guy down like Ant. He's the special talent. We all know that. And we can't give him nothing easy. That's what the Warriors are saying. So we're going to make everything tough. And he has to know and understand that. So I'm sure, he done watch the tape, watch film, and he going to get back game 2, Ocho. He's gonna be a different animal.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of Steph Curry will miss at least 1 week after being diagnosed with a grade 1 left hamstring. Curry underwent an MRI today, and he'll say he'll be reevaluated in 1 week, the Warriors said. This is the first muscle strain injury of his career. Curry said, I think you literally just take it game at a time, and we can't. I know there's a 3-day break between games 5 and 6, and everyone's saying maybe those 3 days, perhaps Steph returns then. We can't afford to think about that. I mean, Steph will be back when he's back. We just focus on tomorrow's game, and then we go from there. That's the thing, man. When you get older, Ocho, I never had a hamstring injury until, man, my first year I was going to Baltimore.
Yeah.
Got a little heavy in the offseason. Got me a little money, Joe. You know what I'm saying? I'm at Houston. I mean that cheese toast. Back then, they had you remember they had the chicken tender with the honey mustard, Joe. So you know your boy up in there. I got a little money, Ocho. I been with that thing every day. I get that spinach dip. Hey, let me get that spinach dip. That cheese toast. Yeah, let me get that. I get that Biltmore. Joe. You remember that Biltmore? That chicken sandwich with the cheese on it, or I get them chicken tender with that honey mustard. So, you know, Joe, Ocho, I don't kind of let myself go a little bit. Ocho, you know, my playing weight 228. Right. I stepped on the scale. I look down, I'm 266.
Damn.
Oh, Lord. Oh, yeah.
Hold on.
You see, that's what I said,
what?
266.
Jesus Christ.
I got to, hey, look.
Hey, you were fluffy, boy.
Hey,
you was a little bell pepper.
I know, because I got to 262 one time. I was playing this when I first got to Utah. You know, it's a little culture shock for me coming from Miami. And I was coming off the bench, and I wasn't playing that much, but I was playing, and I just let it go, bro. Look, I got on the scale, that thing said 262. I went into immediate starvation. I said, hold on. I got to get this weight up off me. You can't play like that.
Hey man, Ocho, but you know what I'm saying? Ocho, I'm talking about stronger than I am. Ocho, I take that. Hey, Ocho, I take that 405. I hit that thing like 6-7 times. I'm taking them 160, 170 pound dumbbell. I'm playing with them, Ocho. Yeah, Ocho, I'm playing with them. I messed around out there, try to run, try to do them. That thing grabbed.
Hey,
Ocho, that thing grabbed on Ocho.
Hey, look. I strained mine playing flag football. I strained mine playing flag football. Look, 2005, I can't make this up. I had just signed with the Hawks. So this is my first year here. So that summer, before I even played my first game, you know, I'm back home in Little Rock, and me and a few of the guys, we done got together. We playing flag football every Sunday. Man, it's one particular Sunday. I'm feeling good. I'm thinking I'm out there trying to mouse cast it. I didn't know somebody shot me, man. I took off running and I fell. I hit the dirt so fast. hey, listen. It was 3 weeks before camp was about to start. Man, I came into camp hurting, limping, and everything. My first year here, it was tough. When you have a hamstring strain, that's what I know about them.
Yeah.
But see, the thing is that remember I told you, but I kind of tweeted, so it was. I was good to go by the time I got to B-more. So, Ocho, we had that conditioning test that's on the treadmill. So every minute they bump it up a notch. So eventually you're gonna probably get up to about 15 miles an hour. You got to run for a minute. So we don't go every minute. So you go start out with 6 and you go a minute. Then you go 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Man, Ocho, I got the 7. Because I started at 6. I got the 7. Man, that thing started like
grabbing. Oh no.
Yeah. I hopped up off that thing. I said, oh, no, Friday. I'm done with this. He said, you're going to have to go talk to Brian. I said, I went upstairs. Brian Billy with the head coach. I said, Brian. No, I said, bro, I'm done with that. I said, man, that thing hurt my hamstring.
The funny.
He said, long as you ready for the season, we good to go. But Ocho, that was, hold on. That camp was like in May. I was 266. I came back for training camp in July. I was 232.
You got it all down, huh?
You had to straighten up and fly right.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I like a Trump tax return. I was shredded.
Hey, the funny thing also about Steph injury, chat, for those that you're listening, is the fact that it's grade 1 and he was able to catch it and not strain it that much. For me, I had a little twig, pull in practice, and I caught it real quick. After that, I still ain't missed no game. All I did was dry needling, right? You know the dry needling, yeah?
Yeah.
I did the cupping, and they had some type of laser. I can't remember what the laser was.
Yeah, I know that red dot. Yeah.
I chilled. I did it on Wednesday's practice. I chilled Thursday. I chilled Friday. I did Saturday walkthrough. And then the game Sunday, I just wrapped it up. Obviously, I did a treatment each day. I just wrapped it up Sunday. It was out there, able to go full speed. And I'm sure the same thing will probably happen with Steph. That's why I said he'll miss 1 week, and the following game he'll probably play.
Them hamstrings are a joke.
I tweaked my groin too on the diving board.
Wait, how?
in training camp,
playing
Ocho,
around.
Man, we go get we get the pool. We at UNC, University of Northern Colorado. So that's where our training camp was. That's where our training camp was in Greeley. And so, man, Ocho, I'm on that thing, hit that thing like Luke Gators. You know what I'm saying, Ocho? Ocho, I hit that thing.
Yeah.
I hit that tuck on the Jordan. I'm doing everything, Ocho. I'm like man from Atlantis. I'm doing everything. I'm doing all that stuff, Ocho. I'm doing the jackknife. I'm twisting. That last one, I was like Gator and Jungle Fever. You remember my Gator Cater that thing? Mama, this last dance for you. And Joe, one last time, Joe. Man, I came with that thing and hit that thing. Whoa! Hey, I had to make up a good lie. Man, hey, Wade, man, I think I tweaked my groin yesterday in practice. Hey, Ocho, I was killing that diving board, man. I'm talking about the high dive. I'm talking about the 10 meter way up there.
Hey, them the worst injuries to have.
Whoa.
Groin, hamstring.
Hey, anything soft tissue, man. Joe?
Well, you gotta
soft
sit down.
Tissue?
Yeah, you gotta sit down. You gotta sit down. I don't care what you talking about doing. You gotta sit on.
Yeah, them injuries ain't nothing to play with. I mean, I broke my collarbone, man. You talking about the worst injury to have because you can't get comfortable. Because if you sleep on, you definitely ain't sleeping on the side that you broke. Man, I'm trying to sleep on this side and that pressure, I was like, oh Lord. I try to lay flat on my back. Oh Lord. Man, I'm sitting up like this here. Man, that thing hurt me so bad. Oh man,
listen. When I was in Phoenix, my last year in Phoenix playing with Nash, and I broke my orbital bone.
I did that too,
broke my
Joe.
Orbital bone in the playoffs. Went up for a dunk, and Stackhouse tried to block it, but he kind of bodied me a little bit. So when I grabbed the rim, I tried to hang on it, and I slipped off and came down and hit my face first on the floor. Look, this bone right here, it was sticking out my skin, but it was sticking like this. Like I could touch it. I could tell it was something. You know what I mean? Look, okay, Ocho, look, they telling me I'm disoriented and everything. They like, man, you got to shoot the 2 free throws. If you don't shoot the 2 free throws, then you can't come back in the game.
Damn,
man, listen,
throws.
do you see my eye, bro? Like, I can't, like, there's something coming out of here. Like, listen, long story short, I still shot the 2 free throws. I made one, missed one, then I went to the back. And I remember when I got in the back, they asked me all these questions, like my birthday, where I'm from. I couldn't tell them people nothing. I couldn't tell. I went to surgery next morning.
I did the same thing. I was blocking down on a combo block. It was 16 power, I'll never forget. And Mark Laref, he was pulling. And, as a tight end, Ocho, I was a wide receiver at first, but I kept my wide receiver face mask at tight end. Man, he pulling around there, hands, fist go right through my face mask, hit me dead in my eye. Bah! So I go to the doctor. The doctor knew who I was. He said, son, I'm going to explain it to you like this. It was like you have a complete blowout. He says it's like you got into a bar fight and somebody kicked you directly in the eye with a boot.
Damn.
He said your wall, because your eye, this is your eye right here. It sits on the floor. The floor is the bone. Yeah. This was gone.
Damn.
My eye had dropped like 3.5 millimeters.
Yeah. Mine
So bad, Ocho, my eye was sit down.
Yeah,
sit down.
yeah. Hey, look, I got 18 screws and 3 plates in my face still to this day from that.
For real?
Yeah, I got a mesh. I can't blow my nose because if I blow an infection, I done had to have the whole plate taken out and put a new one in. It got infected, and I couldn't get that infection out of there because it had the mesh. It hadn't got in that mesh.
Hey, look.
Hey,
and when it get cold, I catch them little headaches right there on there. Yeah, man.
Ocho, man, I be close. Hey, had that Forrest Whitaker going on. So I feel for Steph. And the thing is, Joe, man, like as you get older, it just gets hard. I mean, like when you're young, you get an injury, man, you can bounce back like that. As you get older, man, them things take longer and longer to come back from.
Man, listen, let me tell y'all something. I was just playing in a Lifetime League here in Atlanta. You know, I still enjoy playing. So I played a couple games. And after the second game, man, listen, my ankle swole up because I'm playing 40 minutes. I'm playing the whole game. So my ankle swole up. I'm like, all right, I'll take a couple days off. Man, it took me a whole month for my ankle to go down. Hey, look, I ain't tweak it. I ain't do nothing. Just regular playing. I probably overdid it as far as playing, you know, playing back-to-back games, 40-plus minutes. Man, it took a whole month for me to get this thing together over here. Yeah, so it is. It's a lot tougher as you age.
It's same what happened to me, Ocho. I was coaching in the celebrity NBA All-Star game 2 years ago in Indy. You know, just standing up, walking, you know, I'm just standing up, walking. I'm thinking I'm a real coach. You know, I'm walking up and I'm talking out instructions and I'm walking down the bench. Yeah. Man, my knee hurt so bad. They asked me, did I want to do it again? I said, no, thank you. Absolutely not. Man, George say, boss, you okay? He said, you limping. I said, hell no, I ain't okay.
Hell no.
Man, my knee, man, Ocho, I ain't gonna lie, I walk, I'll be parking as close as I possibly can. It used to when I was younger, I park way away because I walk, get some exercise. Shh. If I could park at the grocery store, I would. Hey, pretty soon I'm gonna have me one of them motorized cars. Don't look at me, don't judge. Hey, we talk, but we don't judge here, okay? Just so we know.
We're gonna keep you moving. Don't worry about that. Oh, nah, we're gonna keep you moving. We're gonna keep you moving.
Man, that knee, hey, it used to be them hip. Oh, man, Joe, before I got them hip surgeries, I knew my hips were bad. Oh, this I used to have to get in the car. I used to get in the car like this. I sit down and then put my legs in. You know, everybody else get in, and just sit down. Oh, no. I sit down there like, you okay? No, I ain't okay. My hip's killing me. Oh, woo. I pray you don't have to get those things done. But hey, my homeboy Bucket just had his second knee replaced.
Damn.
I think, look.
And knees are worse than
told y'all, man, y'all got to come see me, bro. I'm going to keep y'all right now. I'm going to get y'all right.
You could keep.
I'm coming. I'm coming.
Joe, my sister got my sister ain't played no sport. My sister just got both of hers replaced.
Damn.
My brother got his hip replaced. I got both of mine replaced. My brother about to get his knee replaced.
Damn.
Yeah. I told my mom, I said, you know what? You and daddy, y'all built some athletes, but y'all made a paper mache. You could find somebody with better bone density. y'all got us helped up.
Oh man.
Oh man, but yeah. I think the thing is, look, they bought a little time by winning this first game. Now, if you go steal the second game, you're like, hey, Steph, we'll see you game 5. We see you game 6.
Oh, yeah, you give them plenty of rest. If Golden State win game 2, you ain't forcing them to come back no time soon. You know, take your time. But I don't see that happening. They ain't getting out of Minnesota tomorrow without one.
They ain't getting out of Minnesota. It's going to be 1-1. Chris Finch said his team submitted clips to the league office that showed what he believes is egregious contact made against Rudy Gobert, none of which was called by the officials. On defensive rebounding, they do a lot of fouling, shoving, pushing, holding, tackling Rudy. That's clear. We sent a bunch of those clips to the league. In fact, I'm not sure I know another player in the league with Rudy's pedigree that is allowed to be physically beaten on the way he is. And so we've got to address it one way or another. Minnesota got dominated on the glass 51-41 with Gobert grabbing 11 rebounds. A steep drop-off from the 21 boards he had in Game 5 against the Lakers. Yeah, they do that to LeBron. They've been beating LeBron. They beat hell out of Shaq.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's the playoffs. Rudy Gobert is very tall.
Yeah.
He's absolutely much bigger than everybody else. So the fouls are going to be a little egregious at times. They got to play him a little aggressive at times.
They
have to do that. I mean, what is the coach fussing about?
They did not expect that man to come out there and get no 23, 24 rebounds.
That was an anomaly. That's everything with a playoff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You expect him to go?
He's not going to duplicate that back to back like that. You know, he may have a game in this series to where he probably could get you 20 boards, but to be able to come out night in and night out and do that, that's a lot, man, bro. Rudy.
Yeah.
Well, hell, if he could, he'd be an MVP. Hell, Will's the only man that I know that can average 24 rebounds in a season.
Yeah. Boy, you got to.
He averaged 27 one year. I mean, Will had a 50-25, and they said it was a fluke. So he came back next year and had 44.
Man, them numbers don't even be sounding real when we be talking about Will.
Yeah. The man averaged 24. All I know is the man averaged 24 rebounds for a career.
Where the footage at? I want to see.
Hey, bro, they had tape. Bro, they had tape delayed in the 80s. You think they got a whole lot of footage of games in the 60s?
Man, they got to have something that we can see.
They got to have something.
All this. Like, I wasn't watching ball. I wasn't even around then when Wilt was playing. But the numbers that man was putting up don't even sound real. You can't do that in a video game.
Quadruple doubles. Because think about it. But you know he had to have quadruple doubles because the blocked shot didn't come an official stat until the 80s. Yeah. So think about all the shots that they blocked. He's 7'1", and some of these guys 6'4", 6'5". So you know Will had some games he had 20 blocks.
20 blocks.
Assists wasn't a stat. Steals wasn't a stat. Think about that.
Yeah. That's crazy.
And like I said, you just might as well just do away. The man got 150 50-point games. You might as well just some of his stats just say, like, you know what? We just going to start over. To give everybody a fair chance, Joe, to get some. Because you're not going to break those records. You're not going to do it.
He going to forever hold on to them, just like LeBron and these records that he done accumulated over the years. Ain't nobody breaking none of them records, man.
No. Last night, Jimmy Butler was asked about the jeers he got from fans inside Target Center. Remember, Jimmy played with Minnesota 2017 through 2018. He said the noise doesn't bother me, but he said there's a limit to what fans can say to the players. That doesn't bother me, but people do have to watch their mouth. It's cool to boo and all that stuff, but calling people out of their names and all stuff where I can hear, the boos, I get it. I understand. Let's just keep it at that. Joe, do sometimes the fans get, slick with it, go overboard with the boo? The booing, you get the booing, but I'm talking about the mama and saying all that other stuff.
Yeah, I think as athletes, we can all take the booing, even if you're talking about us to some degree. But when you bring in your family members and you go below the belt, bro, it's only so much you can turn a blind eye to and act like you don't see it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Until you fed up and now you have to react in a way that you hope that you don't have to. But sometimes, man, you got to check the situation. Yeah.
Yeah, all that your mama be and all that stuff. We not.
Yeah, can y'all hear that in football? Y'all can hear all that in football?
They're not that close.
Right.
They're not that close where we hear it.
Right.
Yeah, I like Joe. I like to antagonize the fans, especially when they talking trash. But I just talk trash back. But it has never gotten to the point. I think there's still a level of respect that they have, even though they talking shit to me.
Yeah.
And family has never been mentioned. It's always, it's always me and just going back and forth.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, you're gonna boo. Yeah, I'm not that good. Right. I get it. The mere fact that you talking to me lets me know that I'm good. Because if I wasn't good, you wouldn't even be talking to me.
So we can
so we've established that you're a liar. Because if I wasn't that good, why are you talking to me? Period. You ain't talking to anybody else. You're talking to me. I get that. But yeah, I do think sometimes the fans fans can go overboard and call people out of their names and all that stuff. And everybody look. Somehow we've lost the fact that like money makes you not human.
Yeah.
Man, if somebody paid me $30 million, somebody paid me this, they can say whatever. No, they can't. Everybody got a breaking point.
Yep.
Everybody has a breaking point in which they say, okay, bro, that's
still
enough.
human. At the end of the day, you're human.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, money don't make you. Now it give you ability. You know, you could throw money at problems. It helps you solve some things. You get better medical attention and certain things like that, Ocho. But you're still human.
Wait, listen. I mean, everybody's different. The more money. I'm just saying, I would make, depending on the situation, but the less I could hear. The more money I make, the less I can hear. I ain't care. I can't even hear you from down there.
Because you know they
like if Uncle, if I was like Joe and somebody asked me where my dog at, and I said he on the property.
You gotta chill. You gotta chill.
He not here. Hold on.
You gotta chill.
His dog not in the yard. His dog on the property.
Hey, you gotta chill, bro.
Hey, I'm just saying.
You gotta chill.
You
gotta chill.
I'm just gonna come over there. I just want to go. You know, we can walk to Chastain Park and hear Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Man, that's 2 minutes from my house. Come on, man.
I know it is. I know exactly where you stay, Joe.
Yeah. Come on, man.
Hey, we can take the coolers. Hey, take the food, get gone right on over there.
They probably perform over here just about every summer almost. Yeah,
they do. I've seen them twice. I've seen Hall and Oates about 4 or 5 times. NDRE.
Oh man, it be live over here.
I'm coming.
It do. I mean, but I like the concert. I can just sit down. I be chilling. You know, some of the people be having wine. I ain't, you know, hey, let me have my, you know, my ginger ale, you know, sandwiches. Yeah. You know, hey, I'm good.
You don't bring no alcohol with you. You don't have no alcohol in your cooler now.
Nah. You know, the people that I come with, they like wine. But you know, I bring that shade for you. I mean, we get on.
Yeah, man, I got some friends. You know, they probably gonna come on and hang out a little bit out there. You know.
Okay, we good then.
Hey, by the way,
I got to look at the Chastain series. And see who coming.
We got to check that out. But while we talk about the Laportier and the cigars, yes, I do have company. I have friends. They like to smoke cigars. Ocho. They like to drink their yak. They been asking about their Laportier.
Okay, well, you say no more.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I will get that to you.
I see y'all talk about doing something. Ain't none one of y'all invited me yet. y'all going on and on and on. I'm just sitting here listening. I'm just waiting on somebody to be like, hey, you know, you Ocho, you want to come? Y'all just, damn.
Okay. Ocho, you want to come?
No, I don't even want to listen. I had to say something. I don't even want to go no more.
Come on, chill. You can let us get finished, man. We got plenty of room for you, partner. Don't even worry about that.
I just want to see. I just want to see what the property look like.
Oh man, here this man go.
Hey, Joe. We go ahead and get a table. We go ahead and get a table, Ocho.
We got you. Don't even sweat it.
Joe, what do you think? What do you think the worst fans are? What's the fans that get on you the most?
The fans, man, them mugs in Philly, bro. Oh my God. Philly guys, them fans in Philly don't play, bro. They be right behind your bench and they be personal. It don't be just you trash, you can't. Bro, they doing their homework in Philly. You hear me? Yeah. They talking about everybody, your relatives, your grandma, your all that.
By name, huh? They know everybody by name.
You have a whole sign holding it up with everything on it. You're gonna be able to read it. That won't tell you.
Yeah. Oakland.
Oakland
had the worst fans.
The black hole, huh?
Yeah, man. Oh, hey. It's like they let San Quentin out for a day. So you look at y'all going to the Raiders. Y'all going to the Raiders game. Tempo folk, man.
Hey.
How you get in here?
Ocho, what's the worst fans for you?
Probably that black hole, but you know, probably the black hole, boy. I mean, the Browns, it was a respect. It was still respect.
They be throwing batteries and pennies. They be doing too much not to win no games.
Yeah. They throwing all type of stuff.
Y'all need to keep the battery and charge your sorry ass team up.
Damn. Who you talking about, the Raiders?
The Browns.
No, the Browns.
Oh.
They the one to be throwing the
Oh.
batteries and the pennies and hitting you upside your
I
head.
never had that issue. Yeah, you remember when I jumped in the dog pound?
Yeah, they shove your ass right back. They pull Bill, you shove your ass right back up out of there.
Hey, Joe, I jumped in the dog pound. I never forget. In pregame warm up, I went to the dog pound. They have an individual who was somewhat the lead in that area. His name was Big Dog.
Big Dog.
I asked Big Dog permission. Hey, if I happen to score on this end of the end zone, can I please jump to you? You know, with no disrespect. He was like, yeah, go ahead and do it. Man, I happened to score on that end, and I jumped right in his arms. And everybody around him, they must not have known what I was doing. Man, they took all their beer and they poured it all on me. Man, I smelled like beer the rest of the game, man. I never forget that.
Ocho, the Cowboys made a big splash. Jerry Jones said he had something brewing.
All right now.
He traded for George Pickens. They will send a 2026 third-round pick and a 2027 fifth-round pick to the Steelers for Pickens and a 2027 sixth-round pick. The Cowboys had been searching for a legit wide receiver alongside CD. But is Pickens the answer for Dallas?
Goddamn right he's the answer.
You got Jadon Blue, CD Lamb, George Pickens, and Jake Ferguson, along with Dak Prescott at the quarterback. Ocho, did the Steelers get enough for Pickens?
Yeah. I think they have. I'm not worried about what the Steelers got. I ain't really thinking about them. The fact that you let one of the better players in the NFL go, despite with the issues and the problems that he's had, forget that. You just made Dallas better. A lot of people in the chat, they might not understand how good George Pickens actually is. He needs this. He needed to change the scenery. Not only did he get to change the scenery, he went to America's team. This is perfect for Dak. This is very, very good for Dak because not only is CeeDee Lamb a number one, you got you another number one in there too. You got you another number one that can hit his head off the goalpost from anywhere. Slants, hitches, deep balls, whatever it may be. Dak Prescott has to be thanking the football gods for this addition to his offense. It makes him better, especially in NFC East. The Eagles, they got Devontae Smith, they got A.J. Brown. The Commanders, they got Debo Samuel, they got Terry McLaurin. The Giants, well, the Giants only have Malik Neighbors. I'm not sure. The quarterback situation is still questionable. They have Jameis, they have Russell Wilson. But the Dallas Cowboys should make some noise this year, despite their defensive woes that have been issues for them, especially stopping the run. They should score 35-40 a game. They should score 35-40 a game. It shouldn't be no issues. I don't care nothing about your running game. To me, I'm not saying it's equivalent to getting Saquon Barkley. I'm just saying the addition of George Pickens will make them offensively that much better, especially if whoever the offensive coordinator is, I can't remember his name, if they use him to
Brian Schottenheimer.
Schottenheimer there?
Yeah. He's the head coach, so he's the coordinator.
Hey, man, they're going to be straight, man. They're going to be straight. Now, don't be surprised. Now, I'm going to say it here first, and there's no disrespect to my Eagles. The Eagles, you know I love you. All my Eagles fans, you know I love you. No disrespect to the Commanders either. I love y'all. But don't be shocked if the goddamn Cowboys win the NFC East. Simply because of that,
I'm gonna be shocked.
That one addition. I'm telling you.
I'm gonna be shocked.
I'm telling you, it makes a quarterback job easy.
But
I've
been telling Ocho. I've been telling Ocho this since we had Nightcap. I said it's called production and tolerance. And as long as production is here, tolerance will be here. Tolerance will never supersede production. I told Ocho this, man. I said, Ocho, I'm telling you. I said, their team will tolerate you until they can replace you.
Hey, but remember we had that talk, right? Remember I told you I talked with Pick? Remember after I told you, I talked to him? Have you noticed you haven't had any issues from Pickens after that point? I think it was the local.
Kansas City game, Christmas.
Yeah, the
Kansas City game.
What happened?
Remember he didn't run? They read cover two. And the safety was supposed to split, and he didn't run.
Yeah. But again, he needed to change the scenery. I agree. This is a good thing for him. He's an immense talent. His name needs to be in the conversation of the top 10 receivers when it comes to not only production, because he has the talent to do it. All Schottenheimer has to do is use him the right way to his strengths. He's gonna be tremendous for the Cowboys.
Hey, look.
I'm just trying to figure out what it is going on in Pittsburgh that all these receivers keep getting up out of there.
I don't know, but Uncle Ocho, I got a confession.
What that?
Man, I've been a long time Cowboy fan, man. You know, Jerry Jones.
You from Arkansas.
Yeah, I know.
You ain't got no choice.
Alumni. Listen,
Yeah,
I'm happy for us as Cowboys fans, and I'm looking forward to us having a pretty solid season, man. That's all I'm saying. I know I had to get to know y'all before I told y'all that, because I know how y'all be.
I figured, but you know what? I figured as much. Being from Arkansas and how Arkansas is close to Dallas, I didn't think it. I wasn't gonna say anything. I was like, you'll probably.
yeah.
Because a lot of people that I know from Arkansas, they do root for the Cowboys.
Yeah.
They root for the Cowboys. So I'm not surprised by this. But I agree with you, Ocho. I do think this significantly helps their offense. Now the question is, who the hell they gonna have blocking for
the O-line, they got a little makeshift O-line right now, huh?
Yeah, they do.
I think they're gonna be all right though. They're gonna be all right.
And you know what can the Eagles do, Ocho?
Ooh, they can run the ball, boy, and they can throw it, and they can block. They
got
the best. They got the
quarterback.
Oh yeah. Oh my goodness, I forgot all about.
They can go get your quarterback.
Yeah, and listen, this is important. This is an important year for Pick too, huh? This is an important year for this
in the contract year.
Man, there you go, right there. He needs to get the. I know he see Jamar Chase, he see Justin Jefferson, he see T. Higgins, and everybody else getting paid. He deserves to be paid in that upper echelon of one of the top receivers in the league, and this is his year. This is his year. You no problems, no issues, no attitudes, no playing around. This is the money year for you. Go out there and handle your business.
That's it. I'm trying to be in that $30 million receiver range.
We're gonna throw him the ball.
Yeah. He gonna get it now.
Yes, sir.
Who you think run the trade, Ocho?
The Cowboys won the trade. The goddamn Steelers ain't even figured out the quarterback situation yet. I don't care how many picks you got. Third round, second round, first round, man, you have no quarterback. So I see them finishing fourth in the division this year.
Someone tweeted, Ocho, Dallas just broke the golden rule. Never buy a wide receiver, Mike Tomlin, and sell it. Do you agree?
No, I'm not sure how that's the golden rule. I don't understand. Because every receiver, every receiver that's left
Antonio Brown, how did hold on. Martavius Bryant, how did that work out, Ocho?
I'm not sure. I can't remember where he went.
Okay, Antonio Brown,
it worked out well when he left.
For who?
Everywhere he went.
Raiders.
You talking about what they did personally. Now I can't touch on that. I'm okay. I see what you mean.
No, so it worked out well. Okay, how about Chase Claypool?
Okay. Go ahead.
Deontay Johnson.
He hasn't been able to get his foot in the mud yet. Okay.
Three teams, right. in
he's
6 months.
He's in Cleveland right now, right? Yeah, him and Jerry Judy, they gonna do damage.
Where did he get traded to?
Carolina. What, Carolina?
He went to Carolina first.
Went Carolina to where?
And then he went somewhere else, right?
Baltimore,
he went to 3 teams. He was on 3. Yeah. And what did Baltimore do, Ocho?
Joe, what you laughing at, Joe?
I'm just asking.
Hey, we gonna be all right though. We gonna be all right.
So I can understand what the tweet is saying. Never buy a receiver. Santonio Holmes, Plax had that one season that he played with the Giants. They won the Super Bowl. Mike Wallace, he kind of didn't have. He kind of bounced around. He had a pretty good year in Baltimore, but I think he went to. Didn't he go? Where did he go first? He went to Miami, didn't he? Did he go to Miami?
I thought he was in Miami first.
Or Minnesota. He went to. I think Mike Wallace went to Minnesota. Went to Miami first.
I can't remember.
And then he ended up going to Baltimore, right?
I don't remember. That nigga Mike was fast, boy.
Hold on, what you trying to say, Unc? You saying the wide receivers that come from the Steelers, they don't do nothing when they leave?
I don't know why they have these issues when they're in Pittsburgh. That's what I don't get. Because they're immensely talented. Santonio Holmes was Super Bowl MVP, Ocho.
Yeah.
And they let him walk.
Yeah.
And AB, and he still might, because he's a Hall of Fame talent. I just think he's going to have to wait a lot longer than what he should have based on the numbers that he put up, Ocho. That's all I'm saying. Claypool, I don't know what had happened to him. Martavis Bryant, we know he had some issues. But you look at the receiver, the one thing Steelers can do, Ocho, they can draft receivers. I don't know
always. The Steelers, the Steelers, the Bengals. Who else always have a receiver? The Cowboys.
They had Emmanuel Sanders. Emmanuel Sanders was great in Denver. But they just couldn't pay everybody. So, I mean, some of them, but some of the guys that they kept, they ended up having issues and ended up leaving. Is Claypool still in the league?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either.
I know one thing. This is a do or die season for George Pickens. His back is against the wall. He deserves to be paid. I understand the talent. You know the talent. People in the chat that actually watch the game of football, despite whatever issues he may have on field sometimes, some of the antics, he is immensely talented when used the right way. I think the Steelers kind of didn't do him due justice, and obviously he didn't help his well, I mean,
the Steelers didn't have no quarterback to do him justice.
That too. So what he did with what he had to work with, he did the best he could. Now, going where he's going now with another elite partner on the other side of you, but he gonna eat. I'm telling you, he gonna eat. He gonna eat.
As you mentioned, Ocho, the NFC East, you got CD, Pickens, Neighbors, Debo, McLaurin, Devontae, and AJ.
But they
Brown.
loaded over there, boy.
Is that the best? Is that the best division for receivers?
Absolutely. I'm from top to bottom. Now there are other good receivers in the other divisions, but they take the cake, boy.
Yeah,
they take the cake.
Yeah, I mean, most teams they don't have. I mean, I think the NFC North with Detroit, Chicago, Minnesota, Green Bay.
Yeah,
they got nice look, but not like this.
That. They got some good ones. They got
not
some
like
good
this. NFC, let's see. NFC West, nope. NFC South, nope.
Yep.
NFC North, we just mentioned the North. AFC South, nope. AFC West. AFC South got some good ones. Because they got Travis Hunter.
Okay.
They got Brian Thomas Jr.
That's a good guess.
They got Tank. They got Nico.
Yeah.
Tennessee got Calvin Ridley.
He by himself, huh? Because
I think he is by himself. Because Treylon Burks ain't working. He ain't working. And then you got the ones in Indy. And he got a nice little squad with Pittman Jr.
But still, it's not like the NFC East though.
Because AJ's been to the Pro Bowl, McLaurin, Debo, Neighbors, CD. I think Pickens been to the Pro Bowl once. Devontae, so all these guys are Pro Bowl players. Yeah, NFC East got the best receivers. A photo of Kenny Pickett from today's practice has gone viral, particularly his hand side. Damn.
His hand small, huh? His hand small. You saw the comparison. You saw the side by side with him and Flacco holding the ball the same way.
Nah,
they got a side by side, same picture, same pose with both of them dropping back, and the difference in hand size is crazy.
He must be Miss Rudolph must put that curse on him. You know where Richard Pryor told how Miss Rudolph the little monkey hands. Say, where that monkey go, Miss Rudolph? Say, if you don't bring me my goose or my turkey, you will see him again. Falcons fans are upset that the first-round draft pick, Jalen Walker, will wear number 11. Julio Jones is the fastest player in history to 10,000, 11,000, 12,000, and 13,000 yards. He most season averaging 100 yards a game, most season with 250 yards, but the Falcons gave away his number 11 with the quickness and didn't retire it. Should the Falcons have given away a number 11? No. Absolutely. Yes, they should. They should not have given it away. Absolutely not. I mean, he's the best wide receiver in Falcons history.
He's a bad boy.
And you know look. I know Dre, and what's the other one? White. Roddy White.
84, yeah.
They had, Billy White, Shoes Johnson. They had Alfred Jenkins. Nah, Julio.
Different. But owners.
I don't think they didn't leave on the best of terms.
Owners don't see it the same way we see it. In understanding what they meant for the franchise, the way fans see Julio. I mean, one of the best, not one of the best all time. Not only that, but one of the best receiver to come out of your organization, and they just don't see the value in that, especially the retired jersey.
Yeah, I guess they don't seem to think nobody should get their jersey retired to the. Well, let's see if they give that number 8 away. What number is Michael Penix Jr.? Because Matt Ryan was 8,
2.
right?
2.
Matt Ryan was 2. Let's see if somebody get that 2. You think they're gonna get that 2 away, Ocho?
Yeah. Listen. I mean, there was also a little not turmoil, just a little incident. Somebody with the Browns took 2 from
Shedeur?
He already had it, or he took. What you mean?
I mean, so another player. I'm not sure who the player is. I don't quote me. I don't want to butcher anybody's name, but he chose 2, and Shedeur have to wear 12.
I'm saying he new to the Browns, or he already been there, Ocho. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, but I definitely think Julio. They should not have given that number 11 to anybody. That's Julio Jones' number.
I wouldn't even want to wear it. I
wouldn't either.
That's why I be wondering when some of these kids be coming out and they be wanting some of these legends numbers. I'll be like, man, why would you want to even do that?
Yeah. You see, Abdul Carter wanted to wear 56 for the Giants.
Yeah,
56 and number 11. Because Phil Simms wore number 11. It's retired.
Yeah, Phil
56,
said no.
92. Stray's number is retired. I think is Don Meredith's numbers retired? Maybe Y.A. Tittle. I don't know.
Y.A. Tittle.
I think Jazz don't have many numbers retired, but they got a few. I think Stray. I think Stray's, LT, Sims.
Damn.
Oh yeah. Oh well. Yeah, but they definitely should have. Julio Jones' number should be. Nobody should wear that number. He was too good, and I get it. See, sometimes I think, Ocho, people allow the last year to ruin 10 or 11 really great years, and although it didn't end on the best of terms, he's still Julio. He still did a great job for that organization. He was a model citizen in the community, and that should, yeah, I mean, for him to be what he was for that organization, the numbers that he put up, I definitely think he was more than deserving to have that number retired. But it happened at age. I remember when I left Denver and went to Baltimore. They gave my number to Chris. What's Chris' last name? I forget now.
Yeah, you won Super Bowls over there, didn't you?
Yeah. What was Chris? Damn, I forget the guy's name now. In 2000, who wore number 84 in 2000? But when I came back, it was in my locker. Bro, I was like, you actually thought I was going to come back here and you was going to be 84 and I was going to be another number? You thought that? Man, please. Chris Cole, Chris Cole. Where's he from? Texas A&M?
I seen playmaker. He like for the wide receivers to wear his numbers though. Michael Irvin.
Oh yeah, because he said they talk about him when they talk about
they got their own little club going over there.
Yeah. They don't really. They don't really retire a whole lot of numbers like the Steelers. I mean, it's only a handful of people that got that, like Joe Green. I think Joe Green 75, Terry Bradshaw 12, Ernie Stotner. I think Ernie wore 72, but they ain't a whole lot.
Oh, DeAndre Carter was.
But I mean, if they retired all them Steelers, great man, you ain't gonna have no numbers.
He like Boston.
I mean, you think about Swan 88, 82, 32, 12, 47. I think Mel Blunt number might be retired. Blunt. I mean, look at all those Hall of Famers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they had like 5 or 6 on defense at one time. 2 receivers, the center, running back, quarterback. So that's 5 on offense. Joe Green, Mel Blunt, Jack Ham, Lambert, Donnie Shell. 5 on defense. So you got 10 Hall of Famers out of your 22. How you like that, Ocho? You're coaching the Hall of Fame and your owner.
Boy was a real deal.
Yeah. Oh. And you can make a case L.C. Greenwood should be in the Hall of Fame. But I definitely think Julio. Yes. Officially, it's like Joe Green.
Yeah.
Okay. Officially retired is number 70, Ernie Startner. Ernie Startner was he was our D-line coach when I was in Denver. Joe Green and Franco Harris. Those numbers are officially retired. Unofficially retired, Terry Bradshaw, Jerome Bettis, Troy Polamalu, Mel Blunt, 47, and Mike Webster. I don't want none of those numbers. Mel Blunt made them change the game, made them change the rules. Mike Webster, I believe, is probably the greatest center to ever play. You know, you can make a case, Dwight Stevens, Jim Otto, but hey, he's on the short list. Troy, hey, he one of the 2 or 3 best receivers. I think Ed's the greatest safety. But hey, you ain't gonna get no. There are some people that says, hey, Troy was every bit the equal, but I just thought Ed took the ball away more, turned it into points. All right. Time for our final segment of the evening. It's time for Q&A. Dab Smith said, ain't nobody worried about them Cowboys. Same team that had 9 Pro Bowlers and got smacked by the Packers. See that, Ocho? Sean Camp said, number 21 ain't retired. Prime went to the Hall of Fame as a Falcon. No, it's not like baseball where they put the cap on there. They'll list all the teams that you played for in football. So the Falcons are on there. The 49ers are on there. The Cowboys are on there. The Washington football team is on there. And the Ravens are on there. It's not like baseball where you get to choose a cap to go into the Hall of Fame. Russell 843 Ocho, do you mind if someone wore the number for the Bengals? Well, Isaac Curtis made that number famous. Ocho took somebody's number. Yeah. Y'all, you talk about Ocho. Ocho was not the first 85. What?
I made 85 known globally. Not just here in the States. You have to understand who you're talking to, huh? This is different. When people see the number 85, it resonates with Ocho. I mean,
It does.
Disrespect to the greats that have won 85, but also they gave it to Tyler Eifert, had 85. I'm sure there's somebody that's gonna have 85 this year. I'm sure at some point. Yeah. Shit, I ain't do nothing worthy of getting my damn number retired. No damn way. Shit.
Yeah, but I think if Prime would have had his career that he had, now see, here's the thing. He ain't gonna win no Super Bowls at the Falcons. He probably not gonna win Defensive Player of the Year with the Falcons. So he had to go elsewhere because he said, man, they tried to get, and the thing was, Ocho, they let him walk. They ain't even put no tag on time.
Dang.
Casey Taylor said, as Ocho would say, don't cheat, dunk on. Yo, which 2 teams have the most retired jerseys? Hell, probably the Packers and the Bears, probably. Because they've been playing the longest. Bears and Giants, okay. I do this. Packers was sorry there for a stretch. once they got out the 60s, they were good and terrible. Deuce foul code donated $50 and said, if the Knicks win game 3, man, yeah, boy, what you call him gonna be on one. Bria Carter said, it's time to have that combo about Jayson Tatum. Hey, they better win this series.
Yeah, they got an uphill climb. They got a tough one.
Op 30, Jayson Tatum, I left my wife because she gave me an ultimatum. The Celtics repeated game 1 verbatim, Knicks in 5. Chris Flores, Jayson Tatum, Shannon Tatum, Jayson Tatum. Knicks in 5, Ocho, they said.
I told you.
The 6-foot Aquarius, we need old school Knicks Pacers conference finals with a final appearance on the line. All the OGs from the past should come out for this one. They would.
Oh, yeah.
Except I don't know if Dolan gonna let Oak back in the arena. He might have to go to Indy and see that. But I definitely could see Xavier McDaniels and Charles Smith, Starks, Ewing. See those guys coming back. And then the Davis boys. I don't know if Rick Smith's still in the States. Reggie, well, yeah, Reggie would. Now I don't know. Reggie might be calling the game. So, he'll be there. Casey Taylor, ISO in the NFL always wanted AP, Larry Fitzgerald, Calvin J to win rings. In the NBA, you and Vince and Tracy.
Man. I had a chance too. Look, look, when I was in Brooklyn, I took a buyout and I signed with the Miami Heat. That was when I took my buyout, I was talking to LeBron and D Wade. So those are my two choices on the teams I was gonna go to. That year, Cleveland, they came back from that 3-1 deficit in Ocho, and they won the that's the year. I signed with Miami though. I signed with Miami because a couple things. First off, they only had one ball handler, which was D Wade. And I'm like, I want to be able to handle that thing. I want to be able to dribble that thing. You go play in Cleveland, you got Kyrie, Bron, and Kevin Love. It's only two other spots. Me, JR, Shump, Richard Jefferson. We're going to be fighting for them 2 spots. I'm like, man, listen, I'm going to go over here to Miami. I'm going to go over here and help D Wade. They were last in 3-point shooting. And it was a fun deal. Whiteside got hurt in the playoffs, which is why, we came up short. But it was fun playing in Miami, bro.
Kemper Norwood Jr. said, Unc, my question is, after LeBron retires, who you going to root for player-wise? SGA, Antman, or Luka?
You know where he going.
It's out of Antman or Luka.
Man, come on, stop playing, man.
That's all my only two choices.
I don't know why you playing around.
Antman.
Because Luka, man, growing up, my favorite player was Larry Bird. And Luka reminded me of Bird.
You're a bad boy, huh? Unless he comes.
Robot donated. Uncle Ocho, I still see you guys stream on my platform. What is it, Rubler? I still hope to see you guys stream on my platform. Rubler. Is that it? Okay, sure. Dr. Frankie L. Bellamy, dog, what it do? Hey, fam, Ocho, congrats on your pilot's license. Since you're looking for more jobs, have you ever thought about bull riding? I think you would kill it. I have the perfect stage name for you. Rodeo Ocho.
Rodeo Ocho.
Yeah, I should. Listen, I've already bull rided once. I might as well do it again. I've been looking to be a content creator, man. I see everybody creating content, but I want to do content right. Where I want to push the envelope a little bit, Joe. Like I want to push the envelope a little bit where it's like almost dangerous, where I could actually get hurt. So like I want people to almost cringe right before I do something like, okay, this is almost life or death. I wonder what's gonna happen, but I just don't know where to start.
Do the vert on a skateboard like Tony Hawk.
All right, that's easy, Unc. I know the skateboard already.
No, you don't. No, go on that vert.
Oh, you talk about the high one.
Yeah, that.
Okay. I like that. That's a good one.
Yeah. Tay say, you think baseball is wrong for not letting certain players in the Hall of Fame, not even the PD guys, but it's hard to make it to the MLB Hall of Fame. NBA is easy as hell, and NFL does pretty good. Well, the thing is with basketball, they take everything. They take college, they take international, they take NBA. in football, they only take what you did in the NFL. And in I think in baseball, they only take what you did in MLB. Everybody that said the greatest player that they've ever seen with their own 2 eyes is Barry Bonds. 7 MVPs. Even if you take away everything that he did in San Francisco, he still got 3 MVPs in Pittsburgh. Mm-hmm. If you he's still the only guy with 400 home runs and 400 stolen bases. That's before he even set foot in San Francisco. So strip San Francisco does not happen. Is he not a Hall of Famer?
Yep.
Red Bull _675. Hey, Unc, don't worry, because next year can be Steph Curry in a hurry eating McFlurry next to Eddie Murray, Lakers in 5. We're going to get us a big man. We need a big. We can't do anything. Bria Carter, she in the chat again. It's time to have the conversation about Jayson Tatum. You know what, Bree? We're going to have a conversation. When Joe come back next week, we're going to have a conversation about Jayson Tatum. Now, hopefully it's a good conversation. If they down 3-0, they get swept, we're going to have a very uncomfortable conversation. A very, 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 very uncomfortable conversation. Yeah. That concludes this episode of Nightcap. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit that like button. And go subscribe to the Nightcap podcast feed wherever you get your podcast from. Y'all know me. I'm your favorite Unc Shannon Sharpe, my partner and co-host, the Liberty City legend, Bingo Ring of Fame honoree, Pro Bowler All-Pro. He's Chad Ochocinco Johnson. And joining us, contributing to us and all things basketball from Arkansas, the Little Rock native, Arkansas alum, ISO Joe Johnson. Joe, thank you again. Thank you for your support. Thank you, guys. We really, really appreciate it. I know it was tough tonight because that last game was not a whole lot to talk about, and we always lead with the final game. But thank you, guys, for your support and your continued support. And because of you, we get to do what we do. Make sure you check out Shea by Le Portier. We do have it in stock. If you can't find it in a city or state near you, order it online, and we'll ship it directly to your door. Voted best premium VSOP on the market. Please drink responsibly and stay safe. Go follow my media company page on all of its platforms, Shay Media, and my clothing company, 84 with 84 being spelled out. The link is pinned in the chat. Supplies are limited, and once they're gone, they're gone. So please grab yours while supplies last. Tickets for our Not Safe for Work tour are on sale. 8 stops, Baltimore, Philly, Charlotte, LA, Miami, NYC, Chicago, and Detroit. Tickets can be found at shayshaymedia.com/tour. That's shayshaymedia.com/tour. Go get your tickets now to check out Unc and Ocho. Thank you, guys. Again, Thunder pummeled the Nuggets 149-106, and the Knicks come back down 20 to take a 2-0 lead on the road, 91-90 over the Boston Celtics. It shifts to Madison Square Garden on Saturday. Thank you for joining us again. I'm Unc. He's Ocho. He's ISO. See you tomorrow.